Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. The match finishes. The mighty Nottingham Forest 1, Spurs 0. Welcome to the match reaction and player rating. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well. And welcome. I'm so ill, but I'm so happy. And yeah, the shirt is out. This one deserves the shirt to come out because Forest have done it. They've beaten one of the teams I hate so much for personal reasons, for loads of reasons. You guys all know them by now. And the victory shirt is out. I didn't put it out against Brentford because Chelsea's car park doesn't deserve it. That's a given. But against Spurs, a team that as a kid we used to slap around left, right, and center, game in, game out. And we haven't since we've been back. It's been bugging the crap out of me. And my man Nuno does it again. Is there anything? Shout out to Dean. Thank you so much for the £5. He says, Merry Christmas to FFTV. Come on, you Reds. Dean, enjoy that victory. The rest of you guys enjoy that victory as well. And I think just as we were going off air on the watch along, the legend Jeff as well with the 396. Appreciate that as well. Look, let's just read this super chat from Jeff. Look, before we talk about the game, right? Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute to reflect over this season, okay? Liverpool away, we beat them. They all told me it was a fluke. Yes, Lefty, my man. Mate, I am so happy, man. I'm so ill, but I don't care. They told me when we beat Liverpool away, it was a fluke. They told me that Forest will drop like a goddamn log, like a turd in December. They all told us that December will see the real Forest come out, playing both Manchester clubs, Villa, Spurs, the best home team in the league in Brentford. And we'll see Forest drop. They are things they told me. What they failed to check was Milenkovic, Murillo, Yates today for me, shout out for man of the match. Freaking Morgan Gibbs-White, sensational today. But all the credit goes to Nuno. For me, Nuno, I love this guy. I love this guy. He what's left to say about this master tactician? Okay, our football isn't freaking prime Real Madrid, but you ask any of the 17 teams below us, would they take what we are doing against what they are doing? You ask the Spurs fans, would they take a pragmatic, tactical performance like that over what they are seeing? Dean with the £2, 1 point behind Chelsea. Are we 1 point? I thought it was 2. We're 1 point behind Chelsea. We're 1 point of second place. 1 point of second place. And let's be honest, we could have been, 3 points ahead of them had we beaten them away. I will ask you guys this. Do you now believe, and do you believe, Matrix settings right now, Neo style, are you starting to believe that this is going to happen? Because what the hell position have we put ourselves in right now? Vic with the £2 there. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Vic. Appreciate the support. I don't even know how to analyze that game, man. I don't know how to analyze that game. Steph, the lovely Steph with the $10 says, congratulations to us and to you, Wolfie. Thank you so much, Steph. Like, I don't know how to explain this one. Like, Like, let me talk to you guys on level for a second, right? I've got, like, we've had this WhatsApp group. Me, my brother, Twist, you guys know, my cousin, right? You all know Twist Man U fan. My brother's a Spurs fan. My cousin's a Liverpool fan. Obviously, I'm a Forest fan. This WhatsApp group must be like 20 years old, right? All there, it's all football talk and what have you. Never any talk about Forest apart from, you know, when they felt like I was left out. They're like, oh, you guys getting promoted this year? Yeah, how's it going there? Tickle his belly. Tickle his belly. Dave with the £5. Thank you so much. And now it's like, and I'm talking to you on my micro scale here. And it's like, now I'm looking at it, it's like, shit, Forest are really in this. Forest, like, hold on, Forest the third on merit. It's like, we're back to where we were. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I still will say this. Frank Clark's team was a better team than we have now. And I mean this as a compliment to Nuno on what he's doing. It's just ridiculous what he's getting out of this team. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. This time last year, minus a couple of days, we lost 2-0 to Spurs at home. It was Steve Cooper's last match. And now, what can I say? What can I say? Mark with the $5. Love it. Much love, Mark. Much love. Come on, you Reds, man. This 0-0 predicting thing is working like a charm, guys. You can all thank me. You can all thank me. You really can. Remember Colin Cooper? He was excellent. He was fantastic. The catfish himself with a £5. Got a chef's hat. Plenty of cooking on Never a Foul. I'm on 11 p.m. tonight, mate. 11 p.m. Mike with the £5. Thank you, Mark. Right, I'll have a drink while this is read out. Mike with the £5. What a man Nuno is. What a team. Best thing is whoever comes in Jan will need to step their game up to get into this team. Only up from here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Mark, to Mike, to everyone who's just donated. You guys are all legends. Okay, let's talk about this game. It was a frantic first 5 minutes, guys. It almost felt like we started a little bit into Spurs' hands. They would have liked that. They attacked, we attacked, back and forth, back and forth. Then it settled down. By the way, give my brother some abuse if you want. He's right there. Feel free to call him whatever you want. Let it at him. Let it at him. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it settled down. And then that played into our hands because Spurs' fullback started pushing up, creating that space. And then Nico Williams wins the ball back deep in our half, gets it to Yates, quick pass to Gibbs-White. He runs through the midfield. I personally at the time thought he waited too long to play the ball, but forget that for a second. The ball he plays through to Elanga, the weight is perfect. The angle is perfect. The direction is perfect. It meant that all Elanga had to do was get on the end of the ball, and his finish was calm. He didn't blast it in. He didn't, try and go around the keeper. Just toe poked it, dribbled it in to the far corner. It was, oh God, it was fantastic. It really was. And then I've got to say a massive, massive shout out to Sells. I thought Sells was really good today from a keeping perspective. That chance Jono had, I'll tell you what, it reminded me a bit of, do you remember at the end of the Sheffield game in the second leg in the playoff semis, where they had a chance and got through and then Samba made his save? It kind of reminded me about, it wasn't exactly the same scenario, but it's just the way Jono suddenly turned from nowhere and Sells pulls off a worldie like that. And then I'll be honest with you, I wasn't like nervous, even though I was nervous. Once Morato came on, it's like, okay, this is it. This is what we do. Yes, I was nervous because of the whole personal circumstances behind it, but we kept Spurs down to a couple of Jono chances, Son early on, and that was about it. Ian, thank you so much for the 20 Australian. Keep up the great work, buddy. Happy New Year from all here in Perth. Much love, Ian. Appreciate your support. So, this one's like, I can't usually, usually I like to break down the analysis and everything. This one for me isn't about the analysis. This is about beating Spurs for me. So personal that I just love it. I don't care if Forest had played crap, which I don't think we did, and had, scumbagged a 1-0 win or whatever, or the ref gave us a dubious decision. By the way, the ref was shocking today. Definitely Levy slipped him a few envelopes. All I cared about was the win. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. I have Vic. It is true. My prediction now of 8th is looking so undercooked that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Owen with the 2 euros says, Jono and Spencer used to play for a big club. Yo, Spencer he saw red today, didn't he? He wanted to be a red. He got his red. You got to rate him. You got to rate him. Thank you so much for the 2 euros, bro. All right, let's get into the player ratings. Guys, please do take a second. Make sure you have hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed as well. You guys are going to have to do most of the work because my voice is completely shot, man. Completely shot. But let's get into those player ratings right now. And as we do, Wayne with the £2. Thank you so much, Wayne, my man. I appreciate it. Now, I will tell you this. Football prizes couldn't have timed this prize any better. Okay. Alanga, the goal-scoring hero today. And by the way, you're welcome. I've whipped Alanga back into shape. Signed framed Alanga shirt. Boxing Day prize of 31p. Yes, you heard me right. 31p. You got today to get that prize. All you need to do is scan that QR code. I'll also put the link in the chat for you. Let me just get that link for you now. But I can't think of a more fitting prize right now. Now, I will also say, if anyone sees Crypto buying any tickets, let me know and we ban him. We ban him. The link's there in the chat for you if you want to grab it. I'll leave it in the description as well. Jolly Ollie with the £5. Lovely season and more to come. You know it, bro. You know it. Thank you so much for the £5, bro. So, yeah, let's get into the player ratings. Look, for me, Sel's very simple. He's a 9 out of 10. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. He made no mistakes. His kicking is still not great, but forget that for now. His saves against Jono, especially that one with his right foot, was just world class. He's a 9. There's no doubts about it. There's no debate for me. So if you guys have gone lower than a 9, well, then we have Spurs fans in here. 8.9 from you guys. I mean, all of you in the chat are saying a 9. So how? I don't know. If you want to vote, the link's pinned in the chat. Make sure you get your votes in. It's a live count. As soon as you vote, it impacts the overall thing. So if you're all saying, I've seen literally everyone has put a 9 in the chat, but this says 8.9. Therefore, some of you have voted lower than a 9. Explain yourselves, or are you going to hide? Are you going to hide? Come on. Right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Right back, Einar. I thought Einar kept Son so quiet today, man. He needs to sign this contract today. They need to just put a blank piece of paper with 5 years plus however more he wants on it next to the name and a blank space next to the pound sign and say, just name your price. Like, he's the best right back in football. I don't want to hear in the Premier League, sorry. I don't want to hear anyone saying to me, oh, what about Trent and this? No, as a purist right back / right wing back, he is absolutely the best in class for me right now. And pound for pound, costs us £0. It makes him just unreal. Your brother voted. Maybe, Jamie, ask him. He's in the chat. It's called Zidane something or other. So I'm going to give Einar an 8 out of 10. I thought he was brilliant today. Brilliant. Let's see what you guys did. 8.6. I think 8.6 is fine. I think anywhere between an 8 and 9 is absolutely on the money. Honestly, Son was synonymous today, man. Son-onymous. Oh, by the way, my Rival Reacts video this week is going to be out of this world. You will not want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you, Carol. Carol's always got football knowledge. Johnny giving him a 10. I gave Sales a 1 out of 10 because he had nothing to do. Angel will be out. Someone's salty. Someone is salty. Anyway, let's move on to Milenkovic. Look, Milenkovic got man of the match on TV. I just think that's not enough. I think he's man of the season. I think his performance today was, it wasn't just his performance, it's the way he led the line. I think he was faultless. It's, you can't give 10s to a defender unless they've had a clean sheet and scored and, you know, put in a superlative performance. But I'm sorry, and it may upset a few of you. He was a 10 today. He was a 10 today. There was just times where there's a couple of times we looked a little ragged at the back. And he just came in, he's like, don't worry, the Serbinator's here. I'm cleaning house, dealt with it, moved on, problem solved. And he was just saying, Spurs, next, I'll be back. I'm right here. In fact, I won't be back. I'm already back. That's the Serbinator for you, man. He beat the crypto curse, and he had the crypto curse on him as well. I'm going 10. I don't care. Maybe it's the drugs finally kicking in. He's a 10 for me. Let's see what you guys did. Whoa, 9.5. 9.5. All right, that's fine. I can accept it. The rule of a 10 would need a goal and what have you. Yes, I know I'm breaking the rule. But I'm sorry, rules are there to be broken, and he deserves breaking rules. So I think you guys are a little harsh. I really do. He's a 10. He's a 10. All right. Let's see what he did for Murillo. Murillo was sensational today as well with 2 mistakes. A sloppy pass early on that gave Son his chance. And there was one other one. I can't remember exactly who it was. I remember my butthole puckered up at one stage. Outside of that, honestly, he was brilliant, man. He is just brilliant. These two together. You know, I was worried before the match that we weren't in a back 3. And then someone just needs to slap me in the face and be like, why would you worry? We could play with a back 2. As long as those 2 are Murillo and Milenkovic, it don't matter. So he's a 9 for me. He only gets scored down because of that sloppy pass that gave Son a chance. Outside of that, faultless. Faultless. And he wears black boots as well, which you just don't see anymore. So I'm going 9. Let's see what you guys did. 9.3. Acceptable. I have no problems with 9.3. Jolly's just like, Jolly's at it, man. 10 for everyone. I hear you, man. I'm not against that, against scummy Spurs. I'm not against it. But I'm trying to be as objective as I can, man. Oh, I wish I wasn't sick, man. I'd be jumping up and down right now like crazy. I've waited. How long now? 27 years or something? 25 years since we last beat Spurs? Love you too, Sonny. Love you too. So you guys got 9.3 for him. Okay. Nico Williams at left back. Nico probably struggled the most out of the back 4, but was still very good for me. Like, it was, I think, look, if I'm being honest, I thought Kulusevski had a really good game. And Kulusevski was flowing from the right to the middle and sometimes onto the left. Son and Spence did get in behind him a couple of times. He's in the chat, Jay. Say hi to him. He's called Zidane something or other. So I think, again, it's what I said last week about Mbeumo when he was up against him. He had the hardest task, but he still was really good. But there were a couple of times where they did get in behind him. They kind of doubled up on him, and you kind of needed, to be honest, Callum Hudson-Odoi to help out a bit more. He's an 8.5 for me. I thought he had a good game. Yeah, guys, he said don't at him. So everyone please at him and some laughing emojis or something. Be most obliged. We will be talking later, my friend. We will be talking later. That's what he's called. That's what he's called, bro. Okay, so I'm going to go 8.5. Oh, my nose, man. Sorry about the sniffling. Let's see what you guys did. Same as me, 8.5. Happy with that. I'm happy with that. He's getting tagged up now. He's getting tagged up. Sophie B, thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, quick reminder, just like Sophie, if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button as well. We don't need to buy an old player, says Cunning. I still like Spence. He proved today his loyalties are with us. With us. Anyway, okay, let's move into the midfield. Ryan Yates. I'll give you guys a spoiler alert right now. I thought probably his best game in the last 3 or 4 months for me, Ryan Yates. He picked up an early booking, and that got me worried. After that booking, I was like, maybe we need to get him off and switch to a back 3. I was thinking that at half time. I thought second half, he was brilliant. There was a few free kicks he won where I thought he was the one who fouled the player, and they gave him the free kick. And I just think it was one of his best games. I liked him today. I really did. I'm going to go a 9. I'm going to go a 9. If you break down the performance, especially in the last 20 minutes where he was slowing the play down, he was winning free kicks. The only negative I have about his forward passing is abysmal. It really is. There was a chance to put one in between the defenders. He kind of telegraphed it, made it obvious he was going there and never got through. And a couple in the first half where he could have swung one in down the wing. Instead, he goes back to Milenkovic. But outside of that, look, what he was in to do today, he did very well. I was impressed with him in general, and I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I don't think I've ever given him a 9. But yeah, I thought he was very good. Let's see what you guys said. All right, clearly you don't agree. He got the assist of the assist of the assist. He did as well. Okay, so you guys have gone 7.96, basically an 8. It has been 30 years, Mark. It's been a long, painful 30 years. I don't think Yates took a shot. That's a 10 for me, says Bobby. Played well even on the... I thought he played better after his yellow than before. He's missing the next match. That's fine. It is what it is. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on. Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson. How good is this player, man? My only concern about Elliot Anderson is his stamina and that he hasn't scored. I thought, again, midfield-wise, there's a nice link-up play. Him and Morgan Gibbs-White, actually. The link-up play between those two today was brilliant. Was brilliant. And against Everton, I would go with that midfield, him and Gibbs-White. He just needs a goal. He needs a goal to unlock him even further. I just worry about his tank a little. He does seem to tire in the second half. Fitness is something you can work on easily for sure. But yeah, overall, very good performance, very good workhorse, very good dribbler. Did he have a chance to score as well? I can't remember now. I can't remember. I'm going a 9 for him as well. I thought he was really, really good. Just needs to work on his engine. Just needs to work on his engine. You guys went an 8.5. 8.5 for Anderson. Fair enough. Probably is an 8.5 to be honest, but the drugs are fully kicking in on me. Okay, let's move on from Anderson to Gibbs-White. That pass from Gibbs-White to Elanga was world class. I don't mind saying that. And I don't care if people say, well, what is world class? That pass was world class. It's absolutely spot on. Yes, for me, he probably held it a bit too long and got me a little worried. Have I nicked Carlos's crack, mate? I need something, bro. My nose is so bunged. I don't know how to judge him. I thought today he came across very passionate, very up for the game. It was a couple of silly flicks and tricks again in our box. I liked his performance, though. I thought it was a mature performance. I thought he battled hard. I think he's a 9. I'm going a 9 for him. That pass in itself is enough for a 9. Honestly, that pass ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. He's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me. Let's see what you guys did. 8.6. Okay, not a million miles off me. Fine. There's still some MGW agendas with you lot, but whatever. He's a 9, guys. He's a 9. We don't win without that pass. That pass makes that goal. That goal, Crypto probably could have put it in the net because the weight of it was so perfect. But whatever. All right, let's go on to the wingers. Elanga. His form, you guys know, as I said before the match, and I said it on Talking Reds as well when I was on with them, when was that? Christmas Eve. Elanga, for me, in this game, was the first name on the team sheet. It's too obvious that he had to be the first name on the team sheet because of what Spurs do with their fullbacks. But he then, it's not enough just to put his name first on the team sheet. He then needs to go out on the pitch and perform. And what he needed to do, he needed to stay wide. And I didn't mind if he wasn't tracking back because it would create that outlet down the right-hand side. And then he's got to be quick in the transition. And he was. Now, the other thing that was impressive was he had the pace on Udogie. And he went past Udogie, which made him look offside. But he was looking across the line and he could see that Gray was the last man. So that football IQ, there's signs of it there as well. Now, I'm giving him credit for that. I'm hoping that's how he played it out and he didn't just put the afterburners on and do it. But yeah, I thought his finish was sensational, but it wasn't about the finish. It was about the position and obviously the pass from Morgan Gibbs-White. The finish, actually, I'd say the finish was mature to see. Now, he did have another chance in the second half where it was probably a bit easier than his first one. He actually brought it down in the box after it deflected off a Nico Williams shot, and then he wafted the shot a bit. But honestly, outside of that, I am so impressed with his turnaround. It's so good to see because there is a player in him. He's just got to go to his strengths. Stay wide, go outside, get to that byline, cross the ball in. And he did that. He tried to do that as well, I think, for Wood. That's exactly what I see him do, but it got blocked by the Spurs defender and went behind for a corner. And this is why, like, I know it's not simple, but a winger's role should be simple if you've got the pace. Use your pace, stay wide, get to the byline, get the ball in the box. You, him, Elanga, you will cause that defensive line to drop deeper, which moves their whole team deeper. If they over-attack, they're going to create you space. There's so many advantages of having a pacey winger like him if we utilize him correctly and if his mindset is correct. So for me, Elanga today is a 9. If my button works. I like it. And he's been an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for the last 3 games. And long may it continue. Long may it continue. Is he the finished article yet? No, for me. Is he showing signs that I wasn't seeing 3 games ago? 100%. But now he's got to move this purple patch onto a consistent bit of form. Andy the Legend says, this has completed one awesome Christmas for me. Come on, you Reds. Andy. Andy. Thank you for the £5 firstly. But I know you and fess up because Andy won last week's prize on Football Prizes, right? By the way, Andy, I want to see a picture of that when you get it so I get even more jealous of you, right? But fess up. You've bought some tickets now for this Elanga one, haven't you? You're getting greedy. You're getting greedy. Thank you for the £5, bro. Slim said, I'm too drunk for 4 p.m. Slim, man, it's a bank holiday. What are you going to do? All right, let's see what you guys did for Elanga. You went 8.9. 8.9. All right, fine. You're 0.1 out from me. Even I can't be that harsh. Quick reminder, please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. We've got nearly 600 of you in the house right now. Forest, the third in the league, baby. Third in the freaking league. Love to see it. Okay, let's move on to Hudson-Odoi. There are some worrying signs about Hudson-Odoi, if I'm being honest with you guys. I don't want to bring anything on a downer right now. I feel like in bursts, he plays really well at the moment. And again, I think that stands on his performance today. I don't feel he's as quick as he was maybe last season. I don't know. I would have brought him off slightly earlier for Sosa. He looked spent after about 60 minutes for me. But there was a little patch in that second half where him, Morgan Gibbs-White, Anderson, Williams just interlocking the passes left, right, and center. It wasn't a bad performance. It was just a fits and spurts performance for me. It makes me wonder if he's carrying some kind of small knock or something like that. He definitely looks slower than normal. There was a chance, was it in the first or second half? I can't remember, where he got the ball on a counter attack. And I thought he'd accelerate away from the defender, and he didn't. But, excuse me, he's got that dribbling capability. I think, you know what it is with him? I think he needs a goal. And I think if he gets a goal, you kind of see what's happened to Elanga happening to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He had one attempt that went over the bar in the first half from his cheat code shot. I don't think it was bad. I just think it was fits and starts, if that makes sense. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I'll give him wrong number. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Let's see what you guys did. 7.9 for Hudson-Odoi. You guys are pretty close to my mark today. Maybe I talk more sense when I'm ill or drugged up. Okay, Wood. I'm a little bit worried about Wood. Similar to Brentford, if he's not scoring, I didn't see too much from him today, if I'm being honest with you guys. I thought his hold-up play wasn't that good. I thought when the ball was hitting him from the Sells long balls, the ones he won were flicked onto nobody, and the ones he chested down bounced off his chest a bit. I don't know. I thought today's game would suit him against the makeshift pairing in the centre-back. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think it was a great performance. Now, I know a lot of you in the chat will say, well, he didn't get the service. That tends to be the go-to line. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. The one that just stood out to me for whatever reason was when a ball was played in to him, and he took his eye off the ball, and as he was running, he lost the flight of the ball and just backheeled it massively back into the Spurs path. So you wouldn't be saying poor if he bagged. Yeah, but that's how football works, bro. That's the thing. If the striker scores, you can say he did his job. If he doesn't score, you then have to base it on his performance and how involved he was in the game. And I just don't feel he was that involved. Yeah, the heels, Tom, that bit. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Sorry, Jess. Where is Jess, by the way? I haven't seen her in the chat for a while. Didn't even get a chance today. He played a poor pass to MGW from the goal position, though, in the final third. Correct. NFFC have cancelled their shipment for more concrete blocks, as our brick wall is solid enough not to be broken. I mean, that's true. I bet the nav is rocking right now. I'm sure it is. I said third at the start of the season. Yeah, Mark, show me some receipts for that, mate. Show me some receipts for that. All right, let's see what you guys went. You went 7.3 onward. I think that's a little high, if I'm being honest. But, hey, this is the beauty of it. You guys get to put your votes in. Okay, let's get on to the substitutions, right? So the first one on was obviously the man himself, Morato. Wait, I really can't see with these sunglasses on, but whatever. Hold on, I can't see. There it is. Okay. I don't think it matters what you think of Morato's performance, if he was good or not. right? For me, all that matters in Morato is that he comes on the pitch. I don't know. There's just something about him coming on that makes me able to breathe a little better again. I don't think he was amazing when he came on, if I'm being honest with you. I think he did a solid job. But I just need him on the pitch when we're winning. Just for my heart, really. Just so I don't have another heart attack. So I could give him a 10 every time just for being put onto the pitch. I'll be honest with you. I think he came on too late. What minute was it? 74th minute he came on? It was too late for me. It was too late for me. I was already starting to poo myself a little. But he gets an 8 for me just because he's Morata and he comes on and he stops my heart from palpitating. So I'm going to give him an 8. What are you guys saying? 7.7. Little harsh, man. Tell me honestly, you lot in the chat, tell me honestly, when he comes on, you don't lie to me. You feel a little better inside, don't you? Just a little bit. Just even a little bit. You feel a little better. Don't lie to me on this. All right. Next sub on was Ward-Prowse. I'll be honest with you, I didn't notice him. The only thing I noticed about Ward-Prowse was a really bad clearance. And outside of that, I didn't really see him. I'll give him a 6. Hey, I'd get rid in Jan, to be honest. I don't see what value he's bringing. You guys went 6.48 on him. And then Jota Silva. Jota Silva was a bit of a mixed one for me today. I thought he started the game when he came on really badly. Really badly. Gave away a silly free kick. 2 poor clearances from him. And then in the last 5 minutes, he won a free kick in our half, won one high up in the Spurs half, won a corner, and suddenly came alive in the game. So a mixed one for me, which gives him probably about 7. Did he get booked as well? I think he might have picked up, I can't remember. But yeah, I'd say about a 7 for me. But he started off a little slow. Yeah, he got Spence sent off. That was kind of bittersweet for me, I'm not going to lie. It was bittersweet. So yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Let's see what you guys did. 6.9. Sosa came on and Taiwo came on. Look, Sosa is just hard to judge because he's not being given many minutes. He got, 87th minute he came on. He could have had a chance if Taiwo squared it to him. I'm just going to give him a 6 because it was like, whatever. I just don't think he's been given enough time. I really don't. Let's see what you guys did. 6.88. And then Taiwo blundered his way through, got excited and wanted to have that shot. Should have squared it to Sosa for me personally. I need to see a replay of it. But you could argue he had more attacking adventures than Chris Wood did that game. I'll give him a 6.5, I think, for Taiwo. 6.5 for me. Let's see what you guys did. 6.79. Okay, let's talk about Nuno. Right, do you guys want me to do this like emotionally or objectively on Nuno? Because I can do either. I'll give you both statements and then you lot decide, right? For me, Nuno got everything right. In terms of selection, even though I was a bit worried about it. In terms of the players that he subbed on were fine. My only criticism of Nuno, and this is me being very picky, I thought the subs were way too late. Now, looking back at it, it felt like he trusted, like he's not obviously as emotionally invested as I was on this game. So I look at it now backwards now with hindsight, and I think, okay, he was looking at it saying, I'm saving the subs to kill the clock at the end of the game. Yeah, I'll bring on Taiwo. See what he did as well when Spurs made their subs. He waited like 10 seconds and then made his ones as well to make that break and play even longer. So that for me was the only thing. I didn't agree with some of the players he brought off. I wouldn't have taken Elanga off. I would have taken Hudson-Odoi off at that stage. And I wouldn't have taken... Who was the other one that came off that I'd have kept on? I can't remember. There's someone else. But I'm nitpicking, right? I'll tell you now, he's like a 9.5. Easily for me. And what he's done this season, my biggest worry now is if they give him manager of the month again. That's my biggest worry. That's the only thing that can stop Nuno, is the curse of manager of the month. So it was Anderson and Morgan Gibbs-White. Yeah, I wouldn't. Anderson maybe, Morgan Gibbs-White I wouldn't have taken off. That was it. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9.5. Honestly, from an emotional perspective, it's 10. I don't care. We beat Spurs. I hate Spurs. Not worried about Wood. Perfect time to have a dry spell. Yeah, true. Let's see what you guys did. 9.4. All right, we're 0.1 out. So that's all well and good. Okay, let's do the man of the match. This one's a bit of a tough one. Like, what are you guys thinking on this? I think there's a lot of candidates for it. Where the frick is that? Who do you guys want? Get your man of the match names in. We are third, always a 10. Murillo, Morgan Gibbs. All right, I've only got 4 positions to play with, man. So, like, don't chuck too many names at me. You're going to have to filter them. Milenkovic. Okay, obviously Milenkovic is going to be on there, okay? I'm going to chuck Yates in as an option. I think Sells hasn't been on the list for a while. I think he needs a call out here. And then you got one more. Do you want Murillo or Morgan Gibbs-White? Or Elanga? We got to put Elanga down as the goal scorer. All right, it could be like 6 candidates here. I'm gonna overrule you lot because I have the power and you guys don't. I'm gonna go Milenkovic, Yates, Sells, and Elanga. All right, take your picks from that. And you can't complain because you could make a case for about 7 players today. All right, I'm not gonna do my racing commentary because it will kill my voice. Get your votes in now for the man of the match. While you're doing that, remember I'll be on Never a Foul tonight at 11 p.m. I am tempted to do a call-in with you guys later on because we got Gore tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow in the afternoon if I'm feeling a bit better. Spence, man of the match, not a bad shout. Mod, someone time that Charlie guy out. Thank you, Choco. You're a legend. You read my minds. Okay, so. Oh, and you say do a call-in, man. When was the last time you called in for the call-in? I'll try and do one tomorrow afternoon, okay? Wait, no, it's tomorrow. Oh, crap. Tomorrow's a work day, isn't it? I don't know. I'll think of something. I keep thinking it's the weekend. All right, let's have a look at your votes. I'll leave it open for 10 more seconds. 71% to Milenkovic, 2% to Yates, 13% to Sells, 15% to Elanga. I'll give you 10 more seconds to get your votes in. Do a call in. All right, please would be nice. All right, you got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're man of the match by an absolute landslide. And it's getting a little boring now. With 71% of the vote, is the best centre-back in the league, Milenkovic. Unreal player. He really, really is. All right, listen, guys, right? I've got to build some energy up because I am going to cook the crap out of every Spurs fan going. And Deji is going to hide tonight on Never a Foul. He's going to get the cooking of his life, right? Sava gets away with it. Sava, I don't know if you lot were watching. I did a pre-match with Sava. Sava's a top bloke, so I can't cook him. Expressions getting cooked. We are Tottenham getting cooked. George, he's getting cooked. And my brother getting cooked. Anyone who supports that KFC club, because that ain't a cockerel, man. That's like a chicken wing. They need to replace that. You know what? I'm going to save my lines for later on tonight. I am going to pop some pure pills and I am absolutely going to fry them like they are KFC, man. So I'll be on tonight at 11 o'clock. We got Gore tomorrow evening. I'll figure out. Maybe I'll squeeze a call in a couple of hours. I'll see how I feel. But honestly, I'm absolutely sick. So thank you so much for watching. Forest the third. Let's hope Ipswich can do us a favor. I'll be back tonight on Never a Foul. And I got so many phone calls to make right now. I don't know where to start. My Spurs phone book is so long. Oh, you know what? My mates from school, Luke, Stephen, Tom. What are you saying, boys? What are you saying? I do not like Spurs, David. It's fair to say. All right, guys. I will see you later on. Enjoy that win. Forest a third in the league. Come on, you Reds.